Hey friends, Lakisha Sarbah here to share my top 5 resources for creating digital products, profitable digital products. So what I wanted to do today, I wanted to come here and I wanted to share with you the different resources that I use whenever I am creating my digital products. I have people that always ask me, what is it that you use? What tools do you use? What resources do you use? And so today I am pulling back the curtain and I'm sharing with you my top 5 resources. And if you stick with me, I'm going to throw in a bonus at the end, something that I use all the time. And I'll explain to you exactly why I use it and how I use it in my business. All right. So as you come in, jump in, say hello, let me know that you're there, so that I can shout you out and say hello to you, all right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be sharing my screen here a little bit so that you can see some of the different resources that I use. And I'm gonna go through a little bit of a brief explanation as to why I use these different tools or resources so that you can get a general idea as to how I use them, see if you wanna use them too, okay? Great. Now, as you're watching this, make sure that you go ahead and love on this video. What does love mean? Make sure that you go ahead and like it or heart it or love it if you want, and share it out so that we can get more people watching it. Okay. The thing is, even if this doesn't apply to you and you're watching it and you're my friend on my timeline, you want to help other people who may be interested in creating digital products. All right. So let me go ahead and introduce myself. If this is your first time watching me, my name is Lakisha Sarbah. I am a digital product launch strategist and coach. I help women entrepreneurs as well as a few brave men to create and launch profitable digital products right here online so that they can make more money in their business. All right. A digital product can be something that you sell and create as a business, or it can be something in addition to what it is that you're already doing. Right. So it could be something like adding a course if you're currently a coach, or if you are currently a speaker or an author, right? It could be adding some type of course or program. It could be adding some type of downloadable type document or templates, or there's a number of different things that you can actually do to create digital products. Inside of this video, you'll see at the top, there's a couple of different things. I kind of listed down all of my 5 top resources, and I also added some links there. Feel free to go ahead and click on those links after the video. If you are not using these resources, I made it really easy for you to be able to sign up for them if you're interested at the end. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in. Thank you so much for joining me here. Let me see. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen. Let's do that. So the very first resource, and it should not become as a surprise to you, that I use is Canva, right? And the way that I use Canva is I use Canva to create some of my digital products. Many of you have purchased those. That's like my templates, social media templates, lead magnet templates, workbook templates, ebook templates, just planner templates, right? So any type of template. And the template type of digital product is to help you so that you don't have to start from scratch and do the work. It helps you to get to your end result faster. Okay. So that is the whole purpose of a template, right? Or a printable, right? So I do templates here, I do printables here, but I also create other digital products, right? Like courses and programs, right? And so with that, I like to create workbooks, ebooks, like downloadable type documents, for that purpose. And Canva also helps me to do that, right? Another way that I use Canva is to market those digital products that I'm talking about. So I use them to create all type of social media posts. I use Canva to create just about really anything, right? So from Instagram stories to Facebook posts to my social media, like my Facebook covers, to covers for my videos that go inside of my course. So many things that I create that I use to Canva for, right? So Canva is pretty much my go-to for anything that is graphic design. A lot of the Canva elements really unlock at the pro level. So if you are not using the pro level, I definitely recommend that you do that. If you want to test drive it before you invest, feel free. I put a link up here in the video. You can go ahead and click on it. It gives you a free, I think it's like a 30-day trial of the of Canva. So Canva Pro, so that you can see if it's a good fit for you. Okay. So that, my friend, is, oops, didn't mean to go in that design. That, my friend, is the very first one. Number 1 is Canva, is like on the top of my list. And so I use it every single day for a lot of different things in my business, but primarily my digital products, right? Number 2 on the list is smart mockups. I love smart mockups specifically for marketing, right? So whenever you're looking to market your digital product online, you want it to really be appealing in the social media newsfeed, or if you're going to be running a Facebook ad. Using smart mockups really helps you to be able to allow people to see your digital product. It's almost like showcasing it, right? So if you have a book, if you have like an ebook or something like that, and that's your digital product, then using something like this would be really, really good for like an image appeal. If you don't want people and you just want the book and you don't want the people in there, then you can actually change that. You can actually get rid of, let's see if I can find that. You can actually get rid of the people, and you can just have, let's see, where is it? Books. I think it's called like isolated, right? Here's brochures and sheets, landscape, portrait. Actually, it's not giving me the option, but here it is up here, isolated. Okay. So you can have it so that it's isolated. So you don't have to have, someone in the actual picture, right? So if you just wanted it just for your book, right? Or your journal or your planner or whatever your digital product is, letting it, like having people see it as an actual physical product really puts them in the mind of wanting to buy the thing. Okay. This does not mean that you're promoting something physical. This is also great if you do have a physical book or planner or journal or something like that. If you have a physical product and a digital product, but this also works well with digital products. Okay. So definitely take a look at smart mockups. It's really, really good for that. Also, if you wanted to do it for like technology. So if you wanted to have your digital product like on a laptop or, a Mac, you can have all the different type of devices. If you wanted it isolated without somebody holding it, you could do that. If you wanted it a smartphone, you can decide what type of smartphone you want. If you want it isolated without the background, right? So you could do that. So several different things, right? And so again, this is called Smart Mockups. Smart Mockups is actually owned by Canva. Canva purchased, and I think they acquired the company last year sometime. So they purchased it. And so Smart Mockups is a part of the Canva family. All right. So no surprise why I love it so much. Okay. I also put a link there if you want to try Smart Mockups. The link is there for you to go ahead and give it a try. All right. Number three on my top favorite list of resources that I use to create digital products is PDF Escapes. I love PDF Escapes because with PDF Escapes, it allows you to make your PDF forms or documents fillable. So what does that mean? If you're creating a workbook for your course, like a workbook companion, or if you're creating an ebook and maybe you want your ebook to be interactive, so you want people to kind of be able to write things down, or maybe you're creating a journal for your digital product or a planner, and you want it to be something that people can have the option to use online without having to print out if they want to. If that's the case, PDF Escapes makes it really easy for you to be able to create those fillable forms so that whenever they download the digital product, they can actually type right in the fields and use it right there without them having to, use paper to print it out. Okay, so that is a way that you can use it. Another way that you can use PDF Escapes is that you can combine documents together. For all of my planner peeps out there, you know that whenever we're creating planners, if it's anything over 100 pages, right, we may need to combine the designs. If you ever run into that, if you're like creating something on Canva and it only gives you 100 pages, and then you need to maybe add an additional 50 pages to, let's say, your ebook, maybe like, I'm sorry, not an ebook. We will want an ebook to be that big, but maybe like an actual book or a planner or journal or something like that has all those pages. Then what you can actually do is you can upload one of those here to PDF Escapes, and then you can upload the second one and you can combine them together, right? So that's a great way for you to be able to get and merge all of that, all of those documents in one. Okay, so I use PDF Escapes for that. There is Adobe and some other ones. I just find that this is really easy. It just allows me to do a few things, and that's all I really want to do. I either want to merge my documents together or I want to create those fillable forms inside of my workbooks and stuff like that, right? So I use PDF Escape for that. Another tool or resource that I use is Zoom. I record a lot of video for trainings that I do, for courses, even for a lot of my clients. I'm inside of their programs teaching things like lead generation. I'm teaching things like funnels. I'm teaching things like Facebook ads inside of other people's programs. And in order for me to do that, I have to record really good quality video. And so I use Zoom. The reason that I use Zoom is because I love how Zoom separates the files. I can literally record a course, right? And I can record one entire module in one sitting. All I have to do is press record and record. Press record again to start the next module and record to stop it. then start the third module, and then end it, right? When I'm done with that section of the lesson for the course, I will then stop the entire Zoom, like end it, so that it can download all 5 or 6 of those files at one time. So I love that it actually separates the files whenever you start recording and end record. I don't know if you knew that it did that, right? So that's a tip for you. Another reason that I love Zoom is that it separates the audio from the video, which is huge, right? Because sometimes people just want to listen to an audio file versus having to watch a video. And if that's the case, you want to be able to give your people different options, right? So being able to have that file separated is great. Zoom is also great for recording podcasts, right? I've been recording my podcast episodes inside of Zoom. I cannot wait to share it with you next month. And so that helps me because my podcast will be visual. So it'll be on YouTube, but it'll also have the audio aspect for all of your favorite podcast channels, right? So Zoom made it really easy for me to do my podcast, right? So that's a tip there. I love Zoom and I use it often, right? So not only can you use it for things, like I mentioned, for your courses and for audio purposes, but you can also use it for like meetings or getting together with people for like group programs and different things like that. So yeah, Zoom is a great, great tool. All right. So where are we at? We're on number 5, right? So number 5, last but not least, is SS Funnels. Savvy Simple Funnels is my new launch and marketing software. It makes it really easy for you to launch and market your digital products online. I absolutely love it. I divorce lead pages. I keep it still for my client. I have clients that still have stuff in there, so I have to edit designs and stuff. But as far as me and my business, I pretty much moved everything over to SS Funnels as far as like my landing pages, because I have landing pages in here. There's email marketing, there's automation, so I can automate my email sequences. There's a membership area, right, that has courses. So I put my courses in there. Some of my memberships are also in there. It has a lot of different things. My Facebook ad reporting is in here as well. So I don't always have to log into Facebook Ads Manager to see the reports of my Facebook ads. I can see it right in the reporting area. It lets me know everything that's happening in Facebook ads. And I love that because I don't have to leave the system, right? And then really soon they're going to be rolling out the option for me to be able to automate and manage my social media in here. So I'm really excited when that comes out because I will literally be able to work inside of this system without having to really leave it to do anything, which is great. I love the whole all-in-one aspect of it, right? And so SS Funnels, it just creates some really beautiful like sales and landing pages. And you guys know that I love things that look really, really pretty, but also it's important that it converts really well, right? So I love that it gives me the flexibility to be able to create the designs that I love in a space that is mine and was, that I created for women who look like me, right? So I'm really excited about that. This page was actually designed inside of SS Funnels. It's my 100 digital product ideas that can ignite your creativity. So if you're looking for an idea to create for your digital products, make sure that you go ahead and download that. I think I put that, I'm not sure if I put that in the description. If not, I'll definitely add it after this live stream, okay? Now, last but not least, I do have a bonus, drum roll, I use Bitly, right? Bitly is one of my favorite link shorteners. And so as you know, URLs can be really super long. We don't want our URLs to be that long, especially if you want to be able to tell people, hey, sign up for this or go here to get that. You want to be able to have a shortener, right? Shorteners also they look better in social media, on the social media newsfeed, than those really long URLs. So with Bitly, you can do any type of link shortening, and you can actually, you can customize your link shortens right here. And as you can see, I have several of those. I have over 279 links inside of this system that I've created, right? Another thing why I love this Bitly system is because it tells you how many people clicked on it. It gives you the date. It tells you exactly where the clicks came from, if it was Facebook inside of the US. So it just gives you some really good information so that you know exactly where these clicks or resources are coming from, right? So I think it's just good to have that information. As you know, I'm a little bit of a nerd, so I love having those metrics and numbers and resources and just data and information and stuff like that. So this is my Bitly account, and I love being able to see, all the information there. Okay. It also has a lot of other features. You can do like the QR code. I don't have that. I'm kind of using the free version, but the upgraded version to it is pretty cool. I think I may upgrade just because I love the QR code feature, and I do want to start using some of those. But that's it. So that was my bonus tip, is that I actually use Bitly for my link shorteners. So anytime that I am doing any type of challenge, or I'm sharing anything for like a lead magnet for people to sign up, it's also even great to share in your emails too, because it helps to shorten the links inside of there. And again, it also helps to you can actually track to see how many people clicked and all that other stuff, right? So it also helps with the number aspect of everything. Okay. So that is it. That's what I wanted to share with you, is my top 5 resources for creating profitable digital products, because I have people ask me all the time, what is it that you're using? What are you doing? Right now, let me say this. Many of you probably thought that I was doing something a lot bigger or a lot more, right, than what I'm really doing. And it's not that. Like, this is it. I stick with the same 5 or 6 things. That's it. I don't do anything else. The only other thing that I do that I didn't really mention here, that I don't really consider it a resource for creating digital products, right? It's more so for marketing and selling or launching, is Facebook ads, right? I use Facebook ads a lot for whenever I'm doing a challenge or I'm doing any type of launch or anything like that. It helps to boost, for me to get in front of more people that I may not be able to get in front of right here on Facebook, just in the regular organic news feed. So Facebook ads is a really great tool and resource to be able to get in front of more people, so that you can really attract your ideal clients, right? And then be able to bring them to you so that you can have them in your news feed and then build that relationship with them, right? So Facebook ads is another really big part of, I would say, my marketing strategy. All right. So that is it. I hope this answered a lot of your questions, because several of you always reach out like, how do you do this? How are you creating these things? I'm going to be back with more tips, right? Because there are some other things that I do when it comes to like content. People want to ask me like, how do you come up with the content? How do you know what type of digital product to create? How do you name your digital product, right? Your digital products. So I have a few different tools that I use that I'll be sharing with you, so that if you're having trouble with coming up with different content ideas to share here on social media, or if you're having trouble with naming your digital products and things like that, stick around, because I'll be back with another live video to provide you with more information on different resources that you can use to do that. Okay. So thank you again for joining me here today. If you're watching the replay, please go ahead and hashtag replay to let me know that you were here, and I will be able to answer any questions that you have. All right. So thanks again for showing up, and ciao for now.